Hey guys, Game here, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be doing a kill slash commentary video on heroic Remnant of Ner'zhul. This is my guild's second kill, and it has been a bit of a struggle on both kills trying to get through it. So I just thought I'd show you what the sort of overlaps are and some of the hard points, just like I did in the Pains through the Ner'zhul video. So we'll just go through my talents and gear real quick. So these are my talents. These are just basically the cookie cutter single target talents for a Venthia Boomy. This is the gear that I use. I haven't changed it at all since last night, since we killed it. Not great domination shots and not great trinkets either. But anyway, let's just bring up the video. Now this this boss is quite difficult, and it is like a pretty shit boss, so we'll just go through the whole fight. It's a pretty short fight actually, and it's all just about a dance, being in the right spot in the right time, doing the right thing at the right time, sort of thing. So on pull, we did hero on pull. Usually you would do it in phase 3, but I think we didn't really need to use it. So at the moment we're just trying to pump out as much damage as we can. Or for me, trying to get to as many Ravenous Frenzy stacks as I can, just so I can pop off that huge damage as you're going to see on this Orb of Torment. I just blasted it with 3 star surges. It's really satisfying when you do that. So far the mechanics are like they're pretty low at the moment. They start picking up once the first Malevolence comes up, which is, I think it's about to come soon. So I've got a list in front of me of all the different overlaps that you might have, and we're just going to go through them in a moment. So I thought we've just got a bit of a suffering and then just a lot of spites. Now the spites, you do not want to get hit by the spite, because not only does it silence you, preventing you from doing damage, but it also does quite a bit of damage to yourself. So I'd really recommend you guys try and avoid the spites as much as you can. So the mechanics are still going pretty... okay, so here we go. We've got the first Malevolent and then a Spite. Actually, let me just talk about how we worked out the Malevolence. So, as you can see here, actually, let me just go back to the very start, just to get a full scale of the room. So we've got 2 markers here, so there's going to be 2 people on Heroic that get the Malevolence. So they're going to be marked with a circle, and they're going to be marked with a star. Now, our raid leader deck here is going to call which side we're going to dispel the Malevolence on first. So if it's circle, then the circle person will need to go to the circle marker over here. We get dispelled and then get knocked all the way towards the star marker. The star person gets over to the star marker and then it gets dispelled, and we all get knocked back the other way. So that's how we did it. We did kind of use some strats that weren't working for us, so I think that's one of the reasons why this kill, or the second kill, took so long. But I'll probably go through that at the end of the video. So I'll just go back to where we were. So we've got the first Malevolence here. Actually no, it's about here? I think a suffering just happened. Or something, no? Okay, yeah, so yeah, first Malevolence. So I've really called for a circle side, so the circle person there is going to the circle person, is going to the circle marker. I'll just show that again. So circle person there, not on the marker, but whatever. We get dispelled, and then the star person goes to the star marker over there, and at the same time we get a grasp as well. Now this moment right here, I'm just going to pause there, because this moment here is going to be one of the big problems that we did have, but didn't affect us that much. So let me just go back. So we get dispelled, we all get knocked back right now, and at the same time our current tank Cash has suffering, and since he's going to be landing into a spot that's going to be close to a lot of us, then there lies a potential of people getting clipped by the suffering. As you can see, now and Shah got clipped. So ideally you don't want to do that, but at the same time you kind of want to like keep your distance from your tanks just so that doesn't happen. But this is the only time that people got hit by the suffering, so it wasn't that bad. But as you can see, the health bars on both these people are very, very low. They could have died, but just as well they didn't. And luckily, when Cash landed, it also broke the orb, which is pretty cool. Now the orbs you do want to kill as soon as possible. Like if they left unchecked, then they can wipe your raid out really, really quickly. So we kill that orb, Cash throws it off, we get a grasp here, and I think very soon we get our second, so we've got a second shatter. And obviously this does depend on what DPS you have. As you can see, we've got, both of these hunters are pretty good. They've been shown some pretty good DPS recently. Well, as for my DPS, I haven't been doing that well, even though I am on top at the moment. So we've got another suffering, that doesn't really do anything that much. And then we should get a second malevolence in a moment. As you can see, the malevolence leaves a patch of shit on the ground, which will kill you very quickly, so do not recommend you stand on it. I did get hit by the spite, that was a pretty bad play on my part, but it didn't kill me that much. As you can see, I'm still on half health, so I get spelled there. Another suffering, that's another dangerous point, so let me just go back to that. So yeah, I get malevolence, disengage, got hit. Get dispelled, and he's casting suffering on, I don't know who this is, I think it might be Cash again? Yeah, it's Cash, but it didn't hit anyone else, which was good. There's going to be a bit of a sketchier moment that I'll point out later on, and they'll get a second dispel and then a spite, so we just quickly move out of that. And then another orb spawns, get another grasp, and then, oh yeah, actually let me just go back, because this is really cool. Actually, shout out to the tanks for doing this, because looking back at the footage, I thought this was really, really cool. So he's doing a grasp, and our raid leader Daki is positioning the boss, so the boss is going to be in front of this orb here. Now what you'll see is he's trying to position it so the suffering can hit both orbs at the same time. You see? See? Boom. Both of them got knocked out of their shells, which means we can get rid of them as soon as possible. I mean, this isn't particularly needed, but it just saves the healer a bit of healing to do and a bit of mana, which is always nice, because, you know, healers have a hard time. So we kill both those orbs pretty quickly, just using our multi-cleave abilities. Then we get the, what is this, the third malevolence. So circle side is getting dispelled first. Oh yeah, so this is one thing you really don't want to do. So obviously it was called that circle side is getting dispelled first. Now this star person should be right where the boss is, because you're going to get knocked back into a position where you're going to be really close to the star marker without any near potential risk of getting knocked off the platform. And I think the real the real problem is that because she was so close to the edge, she now has to run all the way over to the star marker that's just over here on the corner of my screen, even though you can't see it. Oh yeah, okay, so this happens as well. So we get knocked back. This is another situation where he's casting suffering and then the tank is really close to a bunch of us. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 people close nearby. He's casting suffering, he's running over towards here to a bunch of us. And luckily none of us got hit, but this was very, very close. It could have easily killed Marin. It could have easily killed, who is that? Is that Red? Oh, Red is Shadow's face, by the way. Well, I don't even know who that is, but I think that probably should have killed some of us. Oh, it did hit Red, but it didn't kill him. But yeah, that is very dangerous. You don't want this to happen in any circumstances if you can help it. But anyway, moving on. We got dispelled and then another set of spites. And then yeah, Cash is usually our tank who plops the orbs off. So we get the grasp, and I think Daki's positioning him to hit both orbs. Oh yeah, this is going to be really funny. You can see me on the webcam here. So actually, let's just go back to a moment. So we'll get the grasp, and then we'll get another malevolence. And I think this is where this guy here, Zeron, got a little bit hesitant because I don't think he realized which side to go to. But we're going anti-clockwise. Like we're placing these circles anti-clockwise around the room. So I think he was supposed to go. I think he did go over there. I think he got called out for not moving that quick. But it's not the end of the world if he goes there or whatever. Same mistake again. So red goes closer to Zeron, and obviously being a priest and not very speedy without, sort of feathers. And then he's going to get knocked somewhere in the middle, so he's going to have to run quite a bit of distance to get to the spot where he's supposed to be. But I don't think this shows it. So he's going to get dispelled. Yeah, I am using my disengage, which is actually very important. If you have like a disengage or something, you want to abuse that as much as you can, just to try and prevent yourself from getting knocked off the platform. Think of it like Kill Jaden from Tomb of Sargeras. You use disengage to counteract the rupturing singularity, I believe. God, I don't think anyone like that, boss. So actually, yeah, Red's in a bit of a pickle here. So he landed right on top of I don't know. He's running into some sort of huge patch of spites. But no, he's fine. He goes to his spot. We all get dispelled, and luckily none of us got hit by the grasp. And then we get our third and final shatter. So this part is where things are going to get a little bit more hectic, because you're going to get a lot more spite sets of circles. Two people died there. I think I don't know what Shah died to, but I think Man got hit by the spite, and then the dispel, which might have killed her. But anyway, we just rest her up and continue on normal. I saved my cooldowns. So you can see I can activate my cooldowns, because realistically, for like a 6-minute fight, you're only realistically going to use your cooldowns twice, or maybe slightly under 6 minutes. So I decided to use them here because phase 3 is where we get the most trouble, and I just want to get out of this phase and kill this boss as soon as possibly can. And I'm going to get a power infusion somewhere close to the ending of my cooldown, which is quite beneficial. So we're cutting it all, no big deal. Another suffering goes off, again, no big deal. We should get another malevolence in a moment. Getting another set of spites. This is where the spites come in sets of 3s now. Okay, so yeah, another malevolence goes circle side. And does this suffering get... Okay, no, so we wait for the suffering, then we dispel. Okay, that's good. Okay, now this is pretty bad. So if we go back, dispel the malevolence, and look where I land. Right here. This is pretty bad, because these black circles do a lot of damage. They can kill you really quickly if you don't haul your ass out of them. But luckily, I didn't land in them, which is good. And then get the second dispel going off here. There was another thing that I missed later on, but we'll go over it at the end of the commentary. So we'll get another set of spites. At this point, we've got almost everyone alive. So we're just trying to survive as much as possible. Get another suffering, break that orb, get a little pre-Void Torn in there by Zeron. Right here? No, here. Yep, there. And then just, I think we do punt it off, but I think that's the last orb that we actually deal with, I believe. So I think we get another malevolence. So it's star side. This is where things get a little tricky, because a lot of people are on like half or lower than that health. So And then Priest is running out of mana. I think I do invade him at some point. I'll get knocked back. I think, do I innovate him? I don't even remember. And yeah, at this point, it's just really important to stay alive, use your cooldowns, use any self-healing you've got. See, I did innovate Red right there. I didn't call it. That was a big mistake on my part, because he could have just went ham on that innovate. So, sorry, mate. We get another grasp and spite. This was pretty tricky. This is a pretty tricky situation to dodge out of. The boss is at 10%. Honestly, we just want to kill him. Because I think we were all sick of this boss at the time. Broke another orb. I think we ignored it, I believe. Oh no, I think we do kill it. Maybe? I don't even know. And this is our final set of malevolence. So this is going to be this is going to do quite a bit of damage, because there's a lot of torment damage going on. It's got all these circles going on. And I think at this moment here we get dispelled. Now it goes flying off the edge. A bit unfortunate for him, but it doesn't prevent us from getting the kill on 2%, 1%. Get another grasp and another set of spites. And at the moment, I think we were just all celebrating. I honestly hate this boss. Okay, so that's the kill. There was something that I missed that I thought was pretty funny. Let me see. It was one of those ones with the suffering breaking out the orbs. Where's it? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, okay, so I found it. So he's doing the malevolence here. And then Deki positions himself again to try and get both orbs with the one suffering. And if I could just pause at the right moment, I can show you that suffering is not supposed to hit that orb over there, but it somehow it did. So I just thought that was pretty funny. But I suppose the suffering is like a big cone, or whether the animation's bugged, I don't even know. Anyway, so I think that is the kill. This fight is again pretty rough on the healers, and I want to say again, shout out to the tanks, because the tanks carried us for the most part. You know, Deki being out with his like really spectacular regular Deki, man, good job. As well as Cash popping off the orbs, as well as Shadow's Flay, or Red as he's called on Discord, for just being like our healing officer and just and organising our healing cooldowns for the next boss, Surrender Dormazane. So that's the fights. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.